So welcome back to Sangam Tutorials SP Gubi online classes. This is session 17. We are going with every day we a small topic. I am discussing with you regarding the topper secret. So today is topper secret number 5. So I hope you have enjoyed all the topper secrets until 4, and I guess and I anticipate and I believe that you have inculcated all those secrets inside you. If you already have it, it's not a big problem. Please continue that. It's a confirmation. If not, please try to put into your life so that your life becomes very interesting, right? So in today's topic, I am going to discuss another very important property of a student, a topper student. So usually, a topper student will be interested in the process. He won't think about the consequence. So what do you mean by this? If a teacher tells him to do, see, this is the thing you have to do today. You have to at least at any cost you have to complete this. You have to get ready with this. See, that's a task given to the student. So that's a process of doing it. So a topper student, what he does is he devotes himself to the process. Usually we tell in science classes, say, see, while coming to the science class tomorrow, read this page and then come to class. See, a topper student does it. A student who is a normal, okay, let it be, when I go to class tomorrow, teacher will start teaching science, okay, it's the same thing, nothing will happen. See, a topper student always will be very devoted to the words of the teacher. So he is very devoted to the process. He never thinks about the consequences. And nothing will happen. 2 times is not required. Just 1 time practicing problems is good. 1 time if I read the language textbook, it's okay. Nothing will happen. See, these kind of beliefs or the consequences, what you think, this will lead to some disasters in your education. So a student who is very devoted, when he completes the process through lot of devotion, he feels very precious. He feels something. He has gone 1 step ahead in life than when compared to others. He feels proud of himself that oh, the teacher gave me the task and I have done it with lot of devotion. So it's fantastic. See, this is how they feel confident, because he believes the teacher. So whatever the teacher gives the process to me or the task to me, so he believes the teacher, it is for his good, it is for his development in the field of education. So he does it with lot of devotion in that. So at this moment I would like to share a very small story with you. I hope you have come across bamboos. Usually in all houses they keep lucky bamboo. So I am not speaking about that lucky bamboo. I am speaking about a Chinese bamboo, where a farmer, when he plants the Chinese bamboo in his farmland, they are small seeds. I hope they are very small seeds. They put it inside the ground, bury it inside the ground. So the farmer, what he does, he starts giving good water. He starts giving minerals to that continuously. He looks after it for for 1 year. So until 1 year, he cannot see anything above the ground. Not a single leaf he can see that. He doesn't get any proof that the plant has started growing. So first year he doesn't see any growth in that. He doesn't see any development. So the next year comes, after 2 years, doing the same thing continuously for 2 years, again he sees nothing above the ground. In the 3rd year, again he sees nothing in the ground, on the ground. So nothing happens. Just he will be watering the plants, just he will be giving what type of minerals or the urea or whatever it is required for the plant where he for the particular seed where he has planted it. So he will be doing it very continuously and with lot of devotion, because his elders have taught him, see, this is what happens. You be doing it, you be doing it, something is going to happen, something is going to come out. You just be doing it. Do your task. Don't think about consequences, just do your task. So the farmer does it. At the end of the 4th year or the starting of the 5th year, he sees a small sapling which is coming out of the place where he has planted the seeds. In the next 6 months, after 5 years, nothing happens, nothing happens. 5th year starting or 4th year ending, so a small sapling comes out, and in a span of just 6 months, the bamboo, particularly bamboo, that is the Chinese bamboo, is going to grow about 40 to 50 feet above the ground continuously just in 6 months. See, this is a fact. You can go through Chinese bamboo in your Google search. You can just search for it. So what was happening all the 5 years? So where did the water what you gave, where did that mineral salts what you gave, where did it went? So the plant was preparing itself for tomorrow. That means the plant was growing below the ground. Its roots went so deep such that it was knowing tomorrow I am going to grow some 40-50 feet high above the ground. So I will be affected by the winds, all storms, everything. So if I want to stand facing all these things, my roots should be very strong. So a very tall plant which is 40 to 50 meters high, feet height, when the wind blows, easily it may break without, if the roots are not strong. So this Chinese bamboo is not like that. It is going to make itself very strong so that tomorrow as it grows for a great height, it should not fall down. So therefore the roots becomes down to the ground, they spread, then they get a grip on the soil and the soil or ground, so that tomorrow it may stand erect, facing all the type of disasters what may come in its life. So the same thing we can compare with a student's life. What a student is going on was in his student life, in his education. See, this is what you are growing towards the ground. So this is the time where you are going towards the ground. So a topper student feels it. So I am making myself very strong to face what all the consequences may come tomorrow. So he is getting ready for that. So he is patiently toiling all those things with devotion in the process. So he has a worthwhile dreams and goals for tomorrow. So he is ready to face all the challenges that it's going to come. So a topper student usually will be internally very, very strong. So I advise you, students, at this age of time, we should keep trying until you get the success. As Swami Vivekananda has given in his statement, that we should never and never give up. We should keep trying. So this was the topper secret number 5. So I hope you have enjoyed this. You will inculcate these things in your life. So life is very big. Never give up. Okay. So today we'll go with some more problems on arithmetic progressions. That is some of the in terms of an arithmetic progression. So these problems are very important. So you may get in your exams for 2 or 3 marks, depending on the type of the problem. So let us go with the problem now. So here, in an AP, A3 is equal to 15, S10 is 125. So third term is 15, and in the same AP, the sum of first 10 terms is 125. So we have an AP in that AP we have third term as 15, and he has added the first 10 terms. Starting from the first term to 10 terms, he has added it. So he has got the sum as 125. So using these two data, find the value of D in that AP, and you have to find also the 10th term in that AP. So we will go with this. Let us write the data. So A3 is equal to 15, S10 is equal to 125. Find D. So D is equal to question mark. A10 is equal to question mark. Okay. So we have the data here. So let us take this. A3 is equal to 15. So A3 is equal to 15. So define this. Because in order to, S10 is given as 125, So we do not know A, or we do not know what is D. So therefore first we will find out A using A3 is equal to 15. So using this and this we will find out this. So that's the procedure. So A3 is 15, so define A3. So A3 can be defined as A plus 2D is equal to 15. So A is equal to 15 plus 2D transpose to RHS, it becomes minus 2D. So A is equal to 15 minus 2D. So this is the value of A, which is not constant, it has common difference inside it. So let it be, no problem, because when you substitute the value of A in S10 is equal to 125, so S10 also has D in it, so A also has D in it, so therefore D's gets simplified. So we can reach to the solution of D. So S10 is equal to 125. So you have to define this S10. You have to define this S10 based on the formula. So this can be written as 10 by 2 into 2A plus 10 minus 1 into D is equal to 125. So this is the formula, n by 2. N is 10 here. 10 by 2 into 2A plus n minus 1 into D is equal to 125. So to one side, to 5 side goes. So 5 into 2, we have to substitute the value of A, that is 15 minus 2D. So 15 minus 2D plus 10 minus 1 is 9. 9 into D is 9D is equal to 125. So we'll carry the step. So 5 into 2 into 15 is 30 minus 2 into minus 2D is 4D plus 9D. 30 minus 4D plus 9D is equal to 125. So we'll transpose this 5 to RHS. So 30 minus 4D plus 9D is equal to 125 by, so this 5 comes to the denominator, so here, so 5 ones are 5 2s are 10, 5 2s are 10, 5 5s are 25, okay. So 30 minus 4D plus 9D is plus 5D is equal to 25, so 5D is equal to 25, 30 gets transposed to RHS, that becomes minus 30, so 5D is equal to 25 minus 30 is minus 5, so D is equal to minus 5 by 5, so it comes D is equal to minus 1. So 5 ones are 5, minus 1s is minus 1, okay. Okay, next we have found out the value of D. Let us find out the value of A10. So A10 can be defined as A10 is equal to A plus 9D. So A10 we have to find out, okay, A10 is equal to A value is ready here, 15 minus 2D plus 9D. Okay, so A10 is equal to 15 minus 2D plus 9D is plus 7D. Okay, so A10 is equal to 15 plus 7 into the value of D is minus 1, we will substitute here. So A10 is equal to 15 plus into minus is minus 7. So A10 is equal to 15 minus 7 is 8. So 10th term is 8. So this is a 2-mark question. Okay, we'll go with the next problem, very important. So in an AP, D is equal to 5, S9 is equal to 75. So find A and A9. It's a very important problem. So there is a chance of doing mistakes. You have to be very careful. So in an AP, D is given and S9 is given, and he has asked you to find A and A9. So in order to find out A9, which is a term in that AP, we need two values for that. One is A and another is D. So therefore D is already given. So therefore using this and this, you have to find the value of A, and again using A and D, you have to find A9. So this is the procedure. Okay, let us write the data. So D is equal to 5, S9 is equal to 75, as the sum is taken until the 9 terms. So the number of terms in the AP is 9, so therefore N is equal to 9. and then you have to find the value of A, and you have to find the value of A9. Okay, let us go with this. Let us take this and proceed. So S9 is equal to 75. Let us define S9. How do you define a term? You should be able to define the sum of two n terms also. So S9 can be defined as 9 by 2 into 2a plus 9 minus 1 into d. D value is 5 is equal to 75. So this is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. So that is the same format. So 2a plus 9 minus 1 is 8. 8 5 it is 40 is equal to 75 by 9 by 2 will transpose that to the denominator. That becomes 9 by 2 here. So 2a plus 40 is equal to 75 by 1 into 9 by 2. When you take the reciprocal, it becomes 2 by 9. So 2a plus 40 is equal to 3 3's it goes, 3 2's are 6, 3 5's are 15, 25 2's is 50 by 3. So we need A, so therefore transpose 40 to RHS. Okay, so 2A is equal to 50 by 3 minus 50 by 3 minus 40. So 40 by 1. So 2A is equal to 3 1 1, 3 becomes the LCM. 50 by 3 into 3 is 50 minus 40 by 1 into 3 is, that comes to 120, because 4 3's are 1 and 0 carries. So 2a is equal to 50 minus 120 is minus 70 by 3. So a is equal to minus 70 by 3 by 2. So 2 has, 1 has the denominator, which is the coefficient of 2. It comes to the denominator of minus, that is minus 70 by 3 by 2. So 2 has, 1 has the denominator. So take reciprocal of 2 by 1. So a is equal to minus 70 by 3 into 1 by 2. So 2 1's are 2 minus 35's is 70. So a is equal to minus 35 by 3. So the value of a is minus 35 by 3. So it's a very important result. You should be very careful. So we have got the value of D and we have the value of A. So using these two, we can reach A9. So A9 can be defined as A plus 8D. So A9 is equal to, A value is minus 35 by 3. We will substitute this. Minus 35 by 3 plus 8 into D value is 5. So A9 is equal to 35 minus 35 by 3 plus 8 5's are 40 by 1. So A9 is equal to 3 becomes the LCM. So minus 35 by 3 into 3 is minus 35 plus 40 by 1 into 3 is 120. So A9 is equal to minus 35 plus 120 is 85 by 3. So that is plus 85 by 3. So what is the ninth term is? That is 85 by 3. So very important problem. Okay, so we'll go with the next problem. So in an AP, A is equal to 2, D is equal to 8, first term and common difference are given. Sum of the n terms is 90. So what he has done is he has taken an AP. From that AP he has given you the value of A. He has calculated A2 minus A1 and he has given it to you as D is equal to 8. So he has calculated the sum of two n terms. In the sense, starting from the first term until n terms, he has taken some sum. So that sum is equal to 90. So find n. So in the sense, we have to find how many terms starting from the first term he has added to get the sum 90. That's very important. So you have to find the value of n here. So this problem is for maybe 2 marks or 3 marks compulsory. We are going to get it in the examinations. Finding the value of n in sum of the n terms of an AP is an important problem. So you also find the value of n and also find the nth term, that is the general term of that AP. General term, in the sense, depending upon the first term and the common difference of that AP, how generally each and every term in that AP looks like is the general term of the AP. So first let us find out n and then we will reach to an. So this is the solution. A is equal to 2, B is equal to 8, yes, n is equal to 90. So as we are taking the sum of the n terms only, so n stands for n itself, that is n is equal to n. So we have to find the value of n, okay, let us do like this, let us find the value of n and an is equal to how much? Okay, right. So we will define Sn is equal to 90. We will write the sum formula, that is n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d is equal to 90. So n by 2, it is, n is unknown, so 2 into a is 2 plus n minus 1 into d is 8 is equal to 90. So n by 2 into, let us simplify the things inside the brackets, 2 2's it is 4 plus 8 into n is 8n, 8 into minus 1 is minus 8 is equal to 90. So we will multiply this entire thing by, we will simplify, okay, one step we can simplify, n by 2 into 4 minus 8 is 8n minus 4, that is 4 minus 8 is minus 4, 8n remains is equal to 90. So here, one thing, it has 1 in the denominator, so therefore multiply n by this and 2 by this. So if you multiply n by this, it looks like n into 8n minus 4 by, that is 2 into 1 is 2 is equal to 90 by 1. Let us go for cross multiplication. So n into 8n, n into 8n is 8n square, n into minus 4 is minus 4n is equal to 90 into 2 is 180, because we have done the cross multiplication here. Cross multiplication is done. So 8n square minus 4n is minus 180 is equal to 0. So let us take, you can take 2 as common or 4 as common. Let's take 2 as common. So when you take 2 as common, it comes 4n square minus 2n minus 90 is equal to 0, or else you can take 4 as common, I hope. So let us go with the next step. 4n square minus 2n minus 90 is equal to, this 2 comes below 0, that is 0 by 2. 0 by 2 is 0 again. So we can take 2 as again common. So or else you can do one thing, directly you can take 4 as common here. It still becomes easy for you. Let us take 4 as common. So it becomes 2n square minus n minus 45 is equal to 0. Okay, 4 into 2n square is 8n square. 4 into minus 1n is minus 4n. 4 into 45 is 180, which is equal to 0. So 2n square minus 1n minus 45 is equal to 0. This 4 comes below 4, that is 0, that becomes 0. So 2n square minus n minus 45 is equal to 0. So here on the board we have a quadratic equation. 2n square minus n minus 45 is equal to 0 is a quadratic equation. So these quadratic equations we have solved in your 9th standard class as well as in your 8th standard class in the chapter called factorization. So you have to find the factors of n here. So you will multiply the extremes, that is 2n square into minus 45, it becomes minus 90n square. So you have to search for two numbers. You have to search for two numbers such that the sum of those two numbers should give minus 1n and the product of those two numbers should give you minus 90n square. That is very important. So how to find out? We can go with the trial and error method. You can use trial and error method there. Go on taking LCM for this. 245 it goes, 315 it goes, 35 it goes, again 5 ones are. So 2 3s are 6, 3 5s are 15. 15 and 6 you don't get minus 1 at 1 as the sum. So it was a trial, and what the trial will do, it is an error. Okay, don't take this. Let us take another one. 3 3s are 9 and 2 5s are is 10. So 10 minus 9 is 1. So two numbers are 10n and 9n. So here we have a minus 1n as the answer. So therefore the bigger number should get the minus sign and the smaller number should get the plus sign, that is positive sign. So instead of minus 1n, let us substitute minus 10n and plus 9n. So 2n square minus 10n plus 9n minus 45 is equal to 0. So the value of the equation remains the same. So select out of 4 terms, select these 2 terms and these 2 terms. So let us take out the common in this. So 2 and n becomes common. 2n into n minus 5, that is 2n into n is 2n square. 2n into minus 5 is minus 10n plus 9n minus 45, you get 9 as common. So n minus 5 is equal to 0. So 9 into n is 9n, plus into minus minus, 9 5s are 45. So now, out of 1, 2, 3 and 4 terms you have got 2 terms here, and out of these 2 terms you have to take again common. So if you take again common, we have n minus 5 and n minus 1 5 in both the terms. We will take n minus 1 5 as common. So n minus 5 into leftover things in the first term is 2n. I am going to write this, that is 2n. We have plus sign here. Okay, I will put the plus sign. So when you take n minus 5 as common, in the second term you are left over with 9. So I am going to write 9 here, which is equal to 0. So here this is a very important step. Some logic is hidden in this. So here the product of this binomial and this binomial is equal to 0. In the sense, when you multiply 9 minus 5 into 2n plus 9, you get the product as 0. So in the sense, n minus 5 should be 0, or 2n plus 9 should be 0, or both the terms should be 0 in order to get the product as 0. So 0 into 2n plus 9 is 0, n minus 5 into 0 is 0, 0 into 0 is 0. So therefore, let us equate both the binomials to 0. So that's the reason. So n minus 5 is equal to 0, or 2n plus 9 is equal to 0. So n is equal to 5, we have got the natural number. So 2n is equal to minus 9. So n is equal to minus 9 by 2. We have got 2 n values. So it's very logical here, because n value indicates the number of terms in the arithmetic progression, and that n should always be positive and a natural number. So natural numbers are always positive numbers. So therefore, this value should be discarded. Why it is discarded? Because it's a negative number, and also it's not a natural number. 9 by 2, that comes to minus 4.5 something, which is not a natural number. So the correct value is n is equal to 5. Therefore value of n is 5, since n is a natural number. So this is how we have to conclude, right? So using these two, that is n, a and d, you have to find out the value of a n. So nth term is equal to a plus n minus 1 into d. So nth term is equal to a value is 2 plus n minus 1 into d. He is asking you the nth term. He is not asking you particularly any term. General term of the type he is asking you. So therefore an is equal to 2 plus d into n, dn minus d into minus 1 is minus d. So we can stop the problem here, or you can substitute the value of a and d. So d value is 8. You can substitute this. We will substitute 8. Okay, so d into, that is 8 into n is 8n, 8 into minus 1 is minus 8. Okay, so nth term is equal to 2 minus 8 is 8n minus 6. So this is the nth term of that AP. So that is also called the general term of the AP. So this is for 3 marks in your examination. You have to practice. The most important steps are this one, where you are going to take common, and then this step very important because you are going to substitute 2 extra values there. And next is deciding which value has to be discarded and which has to be accepted, and and plus and minus signs usage using brackets. So be very careful. It is for 3 marks. So we'll go with the next problem, a little bit tricky one. So you have to observe the data, which is very important. So in an AP, A is equal to 8 and nth term is 62. In the sense, the last term is 62. So first term is given, last term is given, right? And sum up to n terms is 210. In the sense, starting from the first term, that is 8, to the last term 62, he has taken the sum, and that sum is equal to 210. So using this, find the value of n and find the value of d. So let us go with this. Let us write the data. A is equal to 8, nth term is equal to last term is equal to 62, right? Then sum of the n terms is 210. So you have to find the value of n and you have to find the value of d. So it's a very tricky problem. So Sn is equal to, I am not going to use the formula. Sn is equal to n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. It's not required because in this problem, the first term and last term we know it. So therefore you can use the next short formula, that is Sn is equal to n by 2 into a plus l. You can use this formula here. So sum of the n terms is given, that is 210. We will substitute that. 210 is equal to n by 2 into a is 8 plus last term is 62. So 210 is equal to n by 2 into 8 plus 62 is 17. So 2 ones are 2, 35 it goes. So 35 into n is 35n is equal to 210. So n is equal to 210 by 35. So 7 5s are 35, 7 30s are 5 1s are 5 6s are. So n is equal to 6. The value of n is 6. Sir, I am not going to use this formula. I will use that n by 2 into 2a plus n minus 1 into d. You cannot use that formula because you do not have the value of d, right? So it becomes lengthy problem. As 2 unknowns are given, you cannot use that formula. So most suitable formula is this. So then we will find out the value of d. So a particular term is required. So an is 62. So this nth term is 62. So therefore, as n is equal to 6, sixth term is 62. So nth term is 62. So but n is equal to 6. We have got the value. So therefore, a6 is equal to 62. So we can define a6 here. So a plus 5d is equal to 62. A value is 8 plus 5d is equal to 62. So 5d is equal to 62 minus 8. So 5d is equal to 54. So d is equal to 54 by 5. Okay. Okay. So I hope until now you have enjoyed the problems. So all problems done today are very important. So to get a good grip on the subject, you have to understand the theory as well as you have to solve and practice problems. So I hope all the sessions what you are seeing, you are enjoying. In every session you are enjoying the problems. So if any doubts you are having regarding the problems, please WhatsApp me or send me in your WhatsApp. Many students are sending the homework problems what they have done through WhatsApp. There are certain doubts what they're having, all the things I'm clearing that. So all the students, please practice it, subscribe the channel, put a like button on it so that we get more boosted up to give you more and more. So science classes, physics light chapter, we are going to start the chapter very shortly. We are preparing it, some slides related to the science chapter we are preparing it to present in front of you well. So therefore be updated, write down the notes, stay home, stay safe, please keep learning. Thank you.